microphone. Bertie, say hi to us. Hi, Bertie. Test your microphone. Bertie? Bertie, can you hear me? Okay. Let's just start talking about some criteria. Yes, Bertie, can you hear me now? Bertie?
Yeah, I can hear you, Miss. Sorry, something shadow of my microphone before.
It's okay, Bertie, no worries. All right, so guys, today you're going to test each other's speaking. Yesterday we were testing speaking in terms of your fluency and coherence and vocabulary. I sent the recording. You can check what we were doing yesterday, and also I would like to move on. Today I will talk about 2 other criteria of speaking, and you will try to assess each other's speaking regarding grammar and regarding pronunciation. Okay, but just a small wrap up. Wait a second. So just a small wrap up. So there are 4 criteria that 4 features that affect our speaking score. What are they? What are the 4 criteria? Do you remember? So why you get some points? Because an examiner is testing your English. Against what criteria does examiner test your English? Do you know this, or should I tell it to you?
Fluency.
Fluency, right? What else? Fluency and
Coherent.
coherence. Fluency and coherence. What else?
Lexical resources.
Lexical resources. What else? Yes. Some more.
Yeah, forgot already.
Pronunciation and grammar. So
Okay.
these two we're going to talk about today. Just let me find the give me a second. Okay, let me search this way because I couldn't. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. Just give me a second. You can open the file that I send you. Please do open the file that I send you on the group. Okay. Can you do that? And I will go start sharing my screen because I found the file, luckily. Okay. Okay, so I started sharing the screen. You should be seeing it now. Can you see? Can you see my screen? Franklin, Betty, can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see right now.
Okay, and also you can see right now, you can see it on my screen, and then later I will ask you to open and download this file from the group. So understanding the marking criteria will help you leap up from point A, which means your current band, to point B, your desired band. That's really, really important, guys, if you want to improve, because that way you can set the goals that are manageable. You know, let's say if you're band 5 at the moment, you will know what is needed to achieve band 6, and you will achieve real goal. Not like you will not be thinking, okay, I want to take IELTS and I want to score band 7, band 8. Okay, so this will be your dream. If you're band 5, it's just going to be a dream. But what you can do is to know that you're band 5. See what's needed to become band 6 and work towards it. And today I will show you what's needed for band 6, for band 7, and for band 8. Franklin, what is your required score? Was it band 7?
6 actually. My required
Band 6
required
is what
score
you
is 6.
required.
Yeah.
Okay, Bertie, and which band would you like to get? Bertie, what's your desired band score?
Fortunately, my own target is 7 actually, Miss. So if I miss 7, so it will come break down to 6. If I target in 6, so it will break down to 5. Right now, my score is 5.5 actually.
Right now, your score is 5.5
5.5 in speaking.
in speaking.
Correct. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
My official score.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me then
So
you would like to, if your score is current score is 5.5, let me show you. Let me show you what it is in Common European Framework. According to Common European Framework, it's important to understand it. Just give me a second. Small, I guess. Oh, it's so small. What about this one?
yeah, I can
This is
read it
also,
actually. Well
you
ago,
can
a
see
while
it,
ago.
right?
Yes.
So if you're band
Yes, I can see it.
5.5, according to European frameworks, you are B2. Mustafa. Welcome, Mustafa. Okay. So you are B2 right now. If you want band 6, it's also B2, but it's more advanced B2. Usually universities request 6 or 6.5. But if you want to
6.5.
have, yeah, if you want to, if your university is really competitive, they can even ask from you band 7 and more.
Yeah,
So
7. 7, I think is good for
it's
target.
good. Yeah,
7
but
or
look, if you're
7.5.
5.5, Franklin, if you're 5.5, but we will test you today, we will learn. If you're 5.5, then your first goal is to become 6. Okay, after
Mm-hmm.
you become
Mm-hmm.
6, your next goal will be 7, and so on and so on, okay? So you will
Okay.
climb step by step toward this goal. And what I was talking about, Mustafa, can you hear me? Mustafa?
Yes,
Mustafa,
I can hear your voice. Yes.
hi,
Yeah, that's
hello,
clear.
welcome, welcome. I haven't seen you. Are you taking
Yes,
IELTS, or
that's
you're
clear.
just, or you would like to practice fluency? Are you taking IELTS? Mustafa, are you taking IELTS?
No, actually, I'm from the groups, from DEFA English clubs.
Yeah, I know everyone is from this group. But
Yeah.
some of the students are taking IELTS and some not. And so I wonder if you're taking IELTS. If not, it's okay.
Yes.
You
Yes.
will
Maybe in the
today learn.
future.
Sorry?
Yes, in the future, maybe I will take IELTS.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, it's good that you came and you will practice your speaking skills. That's really useful.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
let's just start, guys. So we will test each other considering grammar. Let me zoom in so you will see and we will check it together. So this is your checklist. For band 6, what you need to do is to use complex structures. So if you can use complex structures, then you're band 6. If you only attempt complex structures, but you make mistakes frequently, then you're below that standard. Okay, so you can do it when you're band 6. And if you want to be band 7, you can use complex structures rather flexibly. And for band 8, you can use complex structures flexibly. So here you are just, you don't even think about how well you speak. You don't think about flexibility. You don't think about the grammar to use, basically. That's it. And for next criteria is mistakes. Okay, so I make frequent mistakes in complex sentences. So if your mistakes are frequent, but only in complex sentences, then you're band 6. If you also make mistakes in basic sentences, then you do not apply this standard. You are band 5 and below. I make some mistakes in complex sentences, band 7. So some mistakes still persist, but usually they are okay and they do not impede the meaning, not very regular mistakes, I would say. And for band 6, you make rare mistakes in complex sentences. You make some slips of mouth. Okay, so you usually use everything perfectly well, but sometimes you may have a slip of mouth, like tense agreement, but it's like happens really rare in your speech. I also skip these parts because we were doing them yesterday. And let's check the pronunciation part. Pronunciation part. I can generally be understood throughout. So you can be understood. Your speech is understandable, and an examiner doesn't listen to you carefully and afford with effort to understand what you're saying. If an examiner needs some effort to understand you, that means you do not apply band 6, you're band 5 and below. Though, look, I mispronounce some individual words or sounds at times. You may mispronounce something. It's okay. So you're still band 6 if you do so. Next, I can easily be understood throughout, and first language accent has minimal effect on intelligibility. And intelligibility means on how well it is, how easy it is to understand you. Do you have strong accent or not? So for band 8, you should have minimal accent. Okay, and there is if something is in between, there is band 6. So they do not have a descriptor actually for band 7. So if you have some features of band 6 together with band 8, something in between, then you are band 7. Next, I can generally control my pronunciation features. Guys, here we should understand what the pronunciation feature means. Pronunciation features, they are individual sounds, like you say words correctly. You stress the words correctly as well, and you stress the right words in a sentence. So some words are higher in pitch, and you stress and you show it to the examiner this way. Rhythm is like a music of or a melody of your speech. The way you speak, you create the music, and whether you have an English speaking rhythm or not, that's also important. And intonation is how higher you go at pitch and how lower you go at pitch. So Sometimes when we, for example, finish sentences, usually we go lower in pitch. And when we ask a question, or usually like yes or no question, we go higher in pitch. So we ask a question and we use our intonation to demonstrate it. So if you can generally control these features, but with some mistakes, it's band 6. If you can use pronunciation features such as stress, riff, intonation flexibly, with some only occasional mistakes, lapses we call them, it's band 8, and something in between is band 7. And the last one here, I use a range of pronunciation features with mixed control. So if you use these features with mixed control, sometimes you can put the stress correct, sometimes you can put the stress not correctly. For example, you say comfortable instead of comfortable. Okay, so if sometimes you mix this the level of your control, then you get band 6. And if you use a wide range of pronunciation features, like wide range, all of them, if you can demonstrate all of the ones above, you're band 8, and something in between is band 7. So now let's get into it. Let's get into practice. I have prepared some questions. Do you have any questions so far? Should I clarify some of the parts?
Please move on.
Okay, so let me find. Okay, so I have the questions for you. And you're going to ask each other these questions. Today my computer is a bit slow, guys. I'm sorry for that. So I'm sending you part 1. I will send you part 2 soon. Part 2. And now I'm sending you part 3. And so you're going to be, one of you is going to be an examiner and ask the questions. And the other one is going to be the candidate, and you're going to give each other points. So it's going to be fun, I'm sure, guys, because this is kind of a role play activity now. This is kind of a role play activity, okay? So let me stop sharing my screen. I would like Franklin to start speaking, and I would like Bertie, can you hear me? Bertie? Bertie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Miss.
Okay, Bertie, can you be an examiner today for Franklin? Bertie, can you be an examiner today for Franklin? Can you ask him questions today?
Okay.
I send the questions. Can you see them in the meeting chat?
Yeah, I can see.
All right. So you're going to ask Franklin questions. Franklin, you are going to speak. I will set the timer. And after that, we will discuss your point. What band you would get for each parts of IELTS. For 2 parts.
Okay.
Only for pronunciation and only for grammar. So we were focusing only on 2 aspects of speaking today, because you're not trained to focus on all of them at the same time. It is a bit hard to do it. You should be trained.
Yes.
But maybe you can develop this skill. So today only grammar and pronunciation. Okay. Oh, Franklin, he dropped off the meeting. Okay. Let's see, maybe he will connect back. Then Mustafa, Franklin is back. Franklin is back. Okay. Okay. So, Bertie, can you and everyone have a piece of paper because you need some to take some notes for part 2 of IELTS speaking. Okay.
Can you forward again the questions, Miss? Because a while ago I just sent out because
You
some
don't see
problems.
them. You will hear them. Bertie will tell you the
Oh, okay.
question.
All right.
Okay.
All
You
right.
don't need to look at them. So, okay. And yeah, so you're going to take some notes. So do have a piece of paper with you so you can take some notes, okay?
Okay.
This is for everyone because first Franklin will be speaking, then someone else will be speaking. And whilst Franklin is preparing for part 2, you will be also preparing for this part. So we won't waste time later on, okay?
Okay, Miss.
So Bertie, start asking questions, please.
Oh, part 1, Miss?
Yes, you will ask all of them at once.
Oh, okay. Where are you living at the moment?
Well, right now I'm living in Jakarta, in the heart of capital city in Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
Next.
Uh, the second question, do you like the area you're living in?
Of course, I like the area because the area is really interesting, even though there are a lot of crowded. But I think this place is still nice to live because I can work, I can play in this place, and I can spend the rest of my life in this place.
Do you
Go
know
on.
many people? Do you know many people who live nearby?
Yes, absolutely. I know many people here in Jakarta because I was born in Jakarta. I was raised in Jakarta, and of course, I am right now working in Jakarta. So right now, I think I know about more than 200 people in Jakarta.
Oh, okay. Let's about breakfast. What do you usually eat for breakfast? Why?
Yeah, right now I often eat breakfast with 5 eggs and vegetables. So actually, I'm in diet right now, so I need to decrease my weight. And this program is required me to take like 5 eggs and also little bit dish for like vegetables in breakfast.
That's it.
Okay, number 5. Do you eat something special for breakfast on the weekends?
Of course, in weekends is actually a special day for me because it's free time. It's a cheat day. I call it cheat day because I can eat something fried, like French fries, like chicken fries. So usually I eat every week. It's like boiled, but in every weekend I can eat something cheap, like quote unquote, like something fries like that.
Oh, number 6. And did you enjoy eating the same types of food when you were a child?
Uh, Absolutely. I cannot remember what food that I eat when I child. But what I remembered is a meatball. The meatball is really my cup of tea at the time, and also I eat the same dish as adult right now. So meatball, I think, is everlasting food for me. I eat from child and until adult.
Next question, Bertie.
Bertie is gone. Yes.
Is she gone?
Disconnected, I think.
Okay, Mustafa, can you read the next question, please?
Okay.
Question number 7, Mustafa. Why did they say?
Okay. So, why do they say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day?
Yes, I think breakfast surely is the most important uh, food that we must eat because breakfast is the beginning support for our body. It means that uh, it is the initial power or supply that we must take in every day. So breakfast is the initial that really important for our body to take a power for a entire day.
Okay.
And part 2, can you tell what you're going to ask him, Mustafa?
Okay. I would like you to describe a time you visited someone in another city, what city it is, and where it is. When you have visited this city, why you like or dislike it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to set the timer, and both of you are going to write your ideas, okay? Because you will all be speaking soon. So Mustafa and Franklin, both of you take 1 minute of your time to prepare your answers.
Okay.
All right, you should start speaking now.
Yeah, actually, I like to talk about the city that I visited last years. The city name is Bandung, is nearby Jakarta, is around 3 hour drive by private car. So what I remember, the occasion was my siblings' wedding. So everyone got invited to come to her weddings at the time, and I'm the one who visit and have a time to attend that occasion. What I remember when the time is the first of course the wedding party, and the second one is I was really enjoy that moment, and I think the moment is really marvelous party at the moment because one of the bride is handling the beautiful flower at the time, and the food and of course the dishes is really tasty. I can feel the strong taste of Sundanese at the time. The dishes, that's very sweet and taste like that. And there's a lot of vegetables. Since I am a vegetarian, so I really like the vegetable dishes at the time. overall for me, the occasions is really unforgettable moment because we are as a family can gather together and we can share a story about uh, our experience during the last 1 year, and that's moment actually we releasing our miss for each other.
Okay, Mustafa, continue with part three.
Okay, we have been sorry. We have been talking about a time you visited a friend in another city, and I would like to ask you one or two more general questions related to this. First of all, let's consider going to other cities. What preparations do you have to make if you are visiting a city that is far away?
Yes, of course. Preparation is very important things that we must make for visiting the faraway cities. First, I need to prepare a money. So, budgeting is really important, and also our health. So, both of them, money and health, is are the most important things that I should prepare.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, next. Which cities are most popular with tourists in your country?
The most city, I think, is Jakarta because Jakarta is the capital city of Indonesia. In Jakarta, we have a lot of malls, we have the theme park, and of course, we have something that restaurants that have a lot of food provided in Jakarta.
Okay. Do you think people travel between cities today more than in the past? Okay, let's talk about urban life.
Yeah, I think many people right now is traveling around cities nowadays because the transportations right now is really cheap, and we can see that many airfare right now they are selling the budgeting cost. That's why everyone can fly right now, I think.
Okay.
That's
Is li-
enough. That's enough because time is up. Each speech should not exceed 12 minutes. The examiner will not listen to you longer than 12 minutes. They have a limitation. So
Okay,
yeah,
Miss.
yeah. So you're done. Thank you, and it's enough, I guess, for us to understand and evaluate your speaking right now. Yeah.
Okay, Miss.
So Mustafa and Franklin, let's look at the file again, understanding the criteria. The first one to go is grammar. You can open your files if you'd like to, but
okay.
Did
as
you send it to our group?
I have sent it to the group actually today. You can download it.
Uh,
Okay.
the group. 3 pages, yeah, Miss.
I think 3 pages. Yes.
Yeah,
So
correct. Three
I
pages.
can share
Okay.
the screen anyway. It doesn't matter. Yes, I can share the screen. Just I think it's about to share. Yeah, I think now
Okay,
you
Miss.
can see it. Okay, Mustafa, what do you think? Does Franklin provide these criteria? I can use complex structures. Can he use complex structures?
Okay.
Do you think he can use complex structures in terms of
Complex structure.
grammar? Yeah, some
Okay, let's
relative clauses, some subordinate clauses. Can he use complex structures? What do you think? Yes or
um
no?
did you mean did you mean sorry, Kevin? Franklin, I'm sorry. Did you mean
Franklin,
Franklin?
Franklin, yes, yes, yes. We are talking about his speech now. He was talking,
Okay.
and now we're going to assess his speaking using my checklist that I introduced at the beginning. So, and I'm asking, look at the first feature. Can you see my screen, by the way?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Yes, so the first feature of grammar is I can use complex structures. And the question is, can Franklin use complex structures? What do you think? Did you hear any?
Yes,
You just
I
put
think.
yes, no.
Yeah. Yes. He actually still in generals. Most of the speech still in generals. He also yeah use some, but uh, most of them still in general, like that's for the structure.
Basic, simple structures. Most of them were simple.
Yes, still
Uh,
simple.
Most of them were simple, but he actually demonstrated some complex structures as well. Just he's not a band 7 for sure because he didn't demonstrate that he's flexible about it. Yeah, he didn't demonstrate flexibility, but he showed the ability to use complex structures with some success. Sometimes you start your sentences and then you try to connect it with because and then that part of the sentence you try to connect with because again, so it's a little bit wordy and hard to follow. Okay, so just
Okay.
uh, Franklin, Franklin, don't make it very
Yes.
how to say, don't make it very long because as longer you build up your sentence, as more mistakes you're likely to make. Okay. So you said lots of becauses today. This is good because
Yeah.
then this part of the sentence that is already your because you said because of this. Okay, so it's like a wording. You are making a pyramid of this, wordy sentences that is hard to control. So try
Okay.
to make it not that wordy, I would suggest.
Okay, Miss. Okay,
But
Miss.
you attempt to make some structure. So I would, for here, I would say 5.5 would be your score. Let's check the
Mhm.
other one. Mustafa, can you help me here? I make frequent mistakes in complex sentences. Does he make frequent mistakes in complex sentences?
Okay.
Do you think he makes frequent mistakes or some mistakes or rare mistakes?
I think it was, yeah, it was good. He said, yeah, in grammar like that, that was good, and yeah, probably like pronunciations,
Wait,
probably
we're
like
not talking about pronunciation yet, dear. We didn't come to that point. I'm asking you, did Franklin make frequent mistakes, some mistakes, or rare mistakes in his speaking when he was
yes.
making complex sentences?
It was good, and he didn't have frequent mistakes in grammar, because he said that yeah, that's he said that Jakarta is the capital city, and that was good, I think. And he also tells some experience like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you, Mustafa. I can say that actually Franklin made quite a lot of mistakes. Franklin, if you want, I can send you your script, but probably you will not understand my typing. You see, I can show you if you want. I can share with you. So you have like, for example, you say money, budgeting. So this kind of words. So we don't use money because money is uncountable, right? It's always plural. Money is always plural. So you cannot use are. And budgeting, not sure this is what you use correctly. So there are lots of actually mistakes that you need to clear up. So therefore, band frequent mistakes. Band 6 would be here, I guess. Yeah, band 6 and 5 for the previous one. So you would get, all in all, you would get, I think, 5.5 again. Okay, for your grammar, you would get 5.5, maybe 6. If you can speak maybe a bit better, maybe 6. Let's check your pronunciation now. I can genuinely be understood throughout, though I pronounce some individual words or sounds mispronounced at times. Mustafa, what do you think?
Well, I think that was really super explanation. And before go to further, I just want to say I'm really sorry for coming too late for this meeting.
Ah, Ivan Astika is speaking. Okay, Astika, it's fine. Just yeah, it's almost the end of the lesson. You came for just the last 10 minutes. It's okay. You can watch the recording. Now Franklin was speaking, and we give the points to Franklin now. Okay. So
Okay.
we are running out of time, so I have to say it myself. So Franklin, yes, you can be generally understood. You don't have problems with your pronunciation features. Just sometimes you mispronounce the words. That is true. So you're band 6 here. And I can generally control my pronunciation features, but I make mistakes. Yes, you do use some stress, rhythm, and intonation patterns. So for your
Okay.
pronunciation, I would, and 1 second, I can mispronounce, I use a range of pronunciation features with mixed control. This also is what complies your speech. So for pronunciation 6, for the grammar, 0.5. So if I don't know about the others features, I didn't check for it, but probably something between 5.5 and 6 you would get today.
Okay, Miss. Thank you very much, Miss, for evaluations.
No problem, of course. And let's listen to Mustafa. Mustafa, Franklin, you're going to ask Mustafa to speak now. Okay, now I think you don't have the list of questions. Let me send the list of
Yeah.
questions. So
Could you copy it? Yes.
I
Recopy it.
will. Yes,
Okay.
I
Thank you, Miss.
will. So we will use only 5 questions for part 1 because we are running out of time. Part 2, I will send you in a second. Part 2 and part 3. Part 3. Okay, you can start since you have it.
Okay, Mr. Mustafa, where are you living at the moment?
At the moment, I'm living in Bogor.
Do you like the area you are living in?
Yes, of course.
Do you know
Because,
many people who live nearby?
yes, I do.
Let's talk about breakfast. Do you usually eat for breakfast and why?
Yes, I do breakfast usually because breakfast is also important to keep our healthy, and we can have energy to work in the morning, especially.
Do you eat something special for breakfast on the weekends?
I don't. Uh, I don't because yeah, I usually breakfast yeah as usual, and in the weekends still seems that I eat breakfast as usual.
Okay, let's go to the part 2. I'd like to I'd like you to describe a time you visited someone in another city. What city is it is and where it is. Or when you have visited the city, why you like or dislike it city. You have 1 minute
Stefan,
to
if
think.
you have prepared the answers, if you have taken notes while Franklin was preparing his notes, you can start speaking now. If you need time,
Uh,
I can give you time to prepare.
I think it's okay. I can start now.
Okay, okay, start please.
Yes, I visited someone. It was in 2020. I visited to someone in Jakarta, and yeah, it was my first time visited to Jakarta after 7 years, because before I was in another island in Indonesia as well. Then I visited back to Jakarta, and yeah, I like Jakarta because Jakarta is the capital city of Indonesia, and Jakarta is the center of business, yeah, as well as the center of business in Indonesia, and so many histories in Jakarta, so many skyscrapers, buildings. Yep. Yeah, that's the city of Jakarta, and that's what was I like, and I dislike Jakarta because so crowded and so many pollutions, air pollutions, water pollutions like that, and every year always get floods like that every year because yeah, Jakarta is very crowded of people. That's extremely, yeah, extremely crowded like that.
Okay, thank you. And part three, questions of part three.
You've been talking about a time you visited a friend in another city, and I'd like to ask you one or two more general questions related to this. First of all, let's consider going to another cities. What preparation do you have to make if you are visiting a city that is far away?
Okay. Yeah, I usually, if I would visit to another city that's far away, uh, I do some preparations before that day like that, a week before. Usually I do some preparations, first of all the booking tickets, then budgeting, and yes, and what the planning that we will do in that city like that, so the trip's itinerary probably I make before I visit to the another city that far from my city.
Which city are most popular in with tourism with tourists in your city in your country?
In the city that's more actually the most popular tourism in my country is Yogyakarta. Yogyakarta located in central Java, and there's lots of tourisms visit to Jogja because Jogja has the two beautiful temple in the world. The first is Prambanan Temple, and the second is Borobudur Temple, and also very famous in the world, Borobudur temples. And then the palace, the Kingdom Palace in Yogyakarta. So many tourism they come to Jogja every day. They visit to Jogja, yeah, from many countries around the world. Yeah, that's it.
Do you think people travel between cities today more than in the past?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, because yeah, now is moderns like that. So nowadays, many people they can visit to another cities, to another city, to other cities, to other countries like that because very easy to travel there, um, and also supported by the aeroplanes as well and the transportations. Yeah, that the first important.
Thank you.
Is that clear?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
I guess that's it, right?
That's it.
Franklin?
That's it. Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, let me share my screen and we are going to give you points. Franklin, what do you think about the grammar? What do you think about it?
The grammar in part one, actually, Mr. Mustafa, the answer was really short. what I can what I
Yeah,
can comment is the answer is really short. I mean, like for example, like my first question, where are you living at the moment? And he said like I'm living in Jakarta. That's all. That's all. And do you like the area you are living in? Yes, I do. I think it's really short for the answer.
surely. Yeah, yeah. So if you are having IELTS, of course, you can say yes, I am, but you will not be given any credits for it. You need to extend your answers, and especially for part one, because part two and part three was quite okay. But I think this is your first class in here, was it? Was it your first class?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So yeah, for example, Franklin's class, it's I think he's maybe fourth or fifth class. So, and he watched, I think he followed all the advice I gave for part one, part two, and we didn't start part three yet. But what I can surely see that he has improved his speaking already. At least he is trying to comply with the standards, speaking standards. And yeah, I also gave strategies how to extend your answers, especially when you have yes or no questions. It's so easy to say yes I do or no I don't, but we need to add some more to it and extend it. Okay, so maybe you can watch the recordings, and for part one, you can check if you need the recordings. I can find for you, and you can check the strategies to extend your answers. But let's move on to assessing your speaking. So. Does he comply? Does Mustafa comply this criteria? I can use complex structures. Can he?
Uh, he used a simple structure. I think a while
Yeah,
ago.
you use simple structure. So it's not band six, it's band five. Probably band five, I guess. Because for band six, you need to use if clauses, relative clauses, noun clauses, and something like this. Yeah. So you usually the main connector was because something because something because so like this. So band five, I guess, would be here. Next, Franklin, I make frequent mistakes and complex sentences is already does not comply because he didn't use complex sentences, right?
Correct. Yes.
So again, so overall, we would give you five here. Um, now, vocabulary and fluency and coherence we skip. We are moving to pronunciation. So, what do you think? Can we say that he was genuinely understood throughout?
Yes, I do. Means I can understood throughout all the conversations that he makes. But unfortunately, some words that there is no emphasis, like extremely, and also trips or tips. I think he missed with understand pronunciations, and also what I wrote down here, famous. He not pronounce correctly famous, like famous. I think, oh, I heard that it's mispronounced.
Which
Three
word
words.
should, how should he pronounce it, right?
Yes, like extremely. He pronounced like extremely, or I forgot, but
He placed
the
the stress
emphasis.
on the wrong syllable.
Yeah.
Extremely. Mm-hmm.
The stress is incorrect, and of
Mm-hmm.
course treats. He
Trips.
said like tips or treat are supposed to be
Uh-huh.
like treats.
Okay, okay. Thank you for pointing it out, Franklin. And I found out one word that I couldn't understand. And then I think you were talking the trips, itinerary, itinerary.
Itinerary, yes,
Yes,
itinerary is also wrong.
itinerary, itinerary. Yeah. So it's a longer word. You said itinerary, itinerary, a little bit longer. No, yeah, you had some mispronounced features. So all in all, here you would get, I think, 5.5 something. Yeah, because yeah, you mispronounced some, but 5.5. You were all overall like understandable. Can we say that he complies this feature? I can generally control my pronunciation features, stress, rhythm, intonation, but I make mistakes.
Yes, yes, he did. I think for this point, number three.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say we cannot say generally here. Yeah, we
Oh,
cannot
okay.
say generally. We can say he has these features present in his speech. Yes, he does some. He uses stress, he uses rhythm, and he uses some intonation features, but we can't say generally.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
Yes.
successfully with different level of success. So again, would be 5 or 5.5 here. I use a range of pronunciation features with mixed control. Again, I guess mixed control, but um, not we cannot say range. Here we cannot say range. So you use some features. We would say some features. Some features we use, some features not. So again, here I would say pronunciation we would give you 5.5, grammar 5, and all in all, I think it would be something like 5, I guess.
Mm, okay.
All right, Mustafa. Mustafa, Mustafa. Will be funny if Mustafa was not listening his own speech
Yes.
assessment. Were you listening to your to us?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Yeah, so I got it.
So what would you get or overall what do you think?
Yeah, so that can be make an improvements for me actually, for the grammar structures and pronunciations like that.
What would be your band? What do you think your band would be?
I don't expect it so much, but I think it will be band 5.5.
Mm-hmm. Okay, band 5 or 5.5. Okay, right. And what is band 5 and 5.5? So actually, there is a big difference. If you are band 5, you are B1. And I think that that's where you are. I don't think you would be band 5.5 because it's B2 level. So I guess you're B1 right now because your grammatical mistakes persist and you need to work on your grammar. If you have a grammar book, you need to work on it. And as for Franklin, we said 5.5 versus 6. Yes, you're B2, Franklin. You're B2. Somewhere 5.5 or 6, somewhere here in between. Yeah. Well, but you have all chances to get band 6 if you study hard, if you uh, know the strategies and polish your grammar and learn some more vocabulary.
Thank you very much, Miss. Keep
Mm,
learning. I'm still learning also, of course.
of course, of course. My pleasure. And so, how was this experience for you? You've been an examiner today and looked from the examiner perspective. How was this experience, Mustafa and Franklin?
I think the experience was really good. What I not expected that I still have my band score like 5.5. It takes like 3 months already. I studied and my score not really improve a lot. How come, you miss? It's my questions actually. But yeah, I must accept the reality. In fact, that I need to boost again my speaking and I need to more practice in speaking, I think.
Right. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So you, I mean, 3 months is not enough to, because this is, it seems like half band, but half band is a huge achievement in English, in learning any language.
Correct, correct, correct. It's
Don't
half
we,
bands. I think is it's hard to achieve. Yeah, 0.5. I think is in terms of the number is really small, but in reality, it's huge.
it's a leap. Yeah, it's a gap of, and this gap needs to be fulfilled with some knowledge. But what you miss is probably strategies. Now you're working on strategies with me, and that's good. So at least you know what are the standards.
Okay.
And
Yes.
after you know
Thank
the
you.
standards, you will try to align with the standards.
Correct. Correct. Indeed, Miss.
That I always, this is my point of teaching. I think that you need to understand what is needed from you, what you need to comply to, what are the standards, and knowing this, you can apply it. Yeah, not just
Yes. Correct.
learning grammar, not just learning vocabulary, but knowing what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Yeah. Sometimes when during the exam, all that I remembered is gone already because of the nervous perhaps, and of course the pushy. I mean the environment is really different between the real examiner the real exam and during the practice. This is the problem that I need to conquer actually.
Sorry, come again.
Yeah,
Environment.
yeah. I mean, I face the different spirit between when I study and when the exam comes. I mean, I don't know how to explain to you the exactly, but what I feel that my English like getting poorer when it comes to the examine. You know,
Oh, yes, I get. I
I don't know why.
understand what you mean. Yes, of course, stress and being assessed is never is a bit nervous. It's never easy. So I
Yes, correct,
totally
correct.
understand. Many students, it's normal. For example, today, if I say, okay, you would score band 6 during the exam, it would be absolutely normal if you would score band 5.5
Ah,
because
yeah, yeah,
because
that's
of
right.
stress. Because of stress, yes.
That's why.
Something.
That's why I need to like if you say it like me, you are band 7. So I think I'm confident enough to take exam and I will get like 6. If right now I got from you like 6, so it will be a risk that I will get 5.5 again in during the exam, the real exam.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
you
the
should
risk.
take into consideration. Yeah.
Yeah,
My,
yeah. That's why I need to increase my score until 7. So after I
maybe
got
not
like
seven,
with
six
7,
point five, 6.5.
6.5. Yeah, 6.5. Okay. 6.5, and then yeah, I need to some improve another skills like writing and reading. So actually my score like I think I told you already my score like reading 5.5, writing 5.5, and speaking 5.5. That was my score, and I need like 6 each band. So that's the obstacle, Miss.
Okay, we'll achieve it. Don't worry. Just keep studying.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much
You're
for your
welcome.
hope and encouragement for me.
Yeah, you're not that far from Band 6. As you've seen today, you can comply some standards of Band 6, and step
Okay,
by step you will improve.
thank you very much, Miss.
Thank you for
I'm so
coming.
sorry. The cam is turned off. Actually, I turned on the cam, but the picture not come out with your screen. I don't know why. Actually, the the LED light is turned off in my turned on in my laptop, but unfortunately, in screen there is no